Okay, for one, before the video actually starts, just wanted to let you guys know this is going to be including for every reaction video I uploaded. I am not monetized yet, but when I get monetized, the monetization is going to be off for these type of videos. The only ones they will be on is for my main videos and as well for the reaction videos on the reaction channel for like anime and stuff like that. I'm going to keep monetization on for those, I guess. But out of respect for the people who put in the hard work to make like these videos, I'm going to leave monetization off for like reaction videos. So like Bizarre Bub, Nuke's Top 5, and especially the Glendale archives. Out of respect, I want to leave monetization off when I get monetized. I'm not monetized yet, but in the future when I get monetized, I'm going to keep it off for the reaction videos like these. Now, that's kind of the reason why it's about 2 hours and 12 minutes long, is because this is actually a compilation of the entire, of all the videos they uploaded. I was originally going to upload each video separately, but I ended up just binge watching all of them. So yeah, I'm like, you know what? I might as well just upload the entire reaction. I will turn off monetization out of respect. And yeah, so I highly recommend watching the original videos before watching reaction channels or the reaction video. That's actually what I typically do. I watch a video and then I go to reaction. I don't watch the reaction first because, well, I don't know. To me, it just ruins the fun out of it, I guess. But yeah, anyway, that's all I want to say. I've had something else in my mind that I completely forgot. Okay, that's about it. Anyway, enjoy the video. I completely remembered what it was real quick. So the videos are going to be in they're going to be in order from oldest to newest, but they are going to be, for this video, they are going to be put into chapters. So it will be each video that is on the channel if you want to skip to a specific video. Anyway, enjoy. Hello everybody, Lex here, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be watching 2 of these episodes. The Nesters Found Me and Metal Decay. I decided, you know what, it's my channel, I can do whatever I want, so I'm going to watch it. Let me put this on silent real quick. There we go. Yeah, done. Ba ba ba. I want to check my channel real quick. Hold on. Yes.
All right,
Oh dear God, why is my headphones not working? Because I didn't turn them on. That's why. I didn't turn on my headphones. 1 view, 4 views, 233 views. Maybe people don't want reaction videos. Maybe not. Well, too bad. You're getting reaction videos. All right, for real though. Let's go and get started. Okay, that's not the video. All right.
Day 8 of squat. All right, day 8 of
Day 8? Excuse me, am I missing something? Is this not episode 1? Go away. 4 months ago. 4 months ago. 3 months ago.
day 8 of squatting in this house.
Bitch, what do you mean? Bitch, bro, come on. Why are you...
Day 8 of squatting in this house. It's been all right, day 8
I guess not.
squatting in this house. It's been really nice actually.
I guess I was expecting a day 1.
Been able to sleep, shower, recharge.
Got my
I
food
even
here.
managed to get the electricity up and running. Not sure for how.
I have me a barbecue pulled pork sandwich. You know, I feel like I'm probably one of the few reacting YouTubers who always has something to eat with them. Every video. Alright, every video, it feels like that. And you know what? There's gonna be more.
Long. That means I have a working oven, which is really great. I try not to turn on any lights, you know, especially at night, because I don't want to attract any attention to this house. But last night I messed up like an idiot I leaned against the light switch and I turned on the living room lights, and the house lit up like a jack-o'-lantern. You know, just for a second. And now this morning I see someone out in the woods, you know, lurking around. Yeah, I see you. It could just be passing by. It could be nothing, but, you know, makes me nervous. I haven't seen him in a few hours, but it really makes me uneasy. So tonight, in addition to cooking my favorite meal, chicken parm, I'll be battening down the hatches, tightening the security, just in case whatever is out there is, you know, isn't just passing through. First, I need to run out and get some groceries, so let's do that.
Chicken parm. Chicken parmesan, I'm assuming?
Power's on in here. That's good. Let's see. We need a few different things.
Why'd you leave money? Excuse me, I'm eating my sandwich. Why'd you leave money? Bro. I promise you, no one is going to be worried about money if like 90% of the population is gone, vanished, poof, Thanos. I don't even know if this guy is literally the only person left. Like, legitimately? I'm assuming so because of the video here that we last watched. The world is empty. Everything is mine. I'm assuming everyone is gone. There's no more animals. There's nothing except for those creatures. So if that's the case, well, you know what? Okay, I could see it not having a use anymore for money. Just like, you know, I'm just gonna put this here because I don't need it anymore. If there's no reason to it, I don't have to pay taxes anymore.
You never know.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. Maybe just watch the video before criticizing.
So as I mentioned, I need to prioritize security in this house tonight. I've identified about 3 weak points where an intruder could breach our defenses, and each requires its own special security system, if you will.
I was gonna say, this pulled pork sandwich, barbecue pulled pork sandwich was delicious. Oh, it hit the spiles freaking good. All right, anyway, back to the video. I'm gonna eat my Snickers. It's peanut butter Snickers. Okay, I'll play the video now. I'll shut up.
Weak zone number
I have a Sprite and I have Takis too.
1 is
For
the
those who wanna
furnace
know.
room window. There's no lock on this window, so I've set up a tripwire. And about 7 feet 6 inches away, the average height of a nester, I've strategically positioned a knife upright. When triggered, the tripwire will send the blade straight into the upper chest or the face. Weak zone 2, the basement door. Now, the house is settled pretty unevenly, making this door impossible to keep locked. If a nester enters through here, they'll hear a tape recorder in the next room playing my voice saying the following. Don't hurt me.
Don't come in here, please.
The recording will lure them deeper inside, right into a sensor-triggered assault. Weak Zone 3, the porch
Ooh.
passage door. Now this leads directly into the same basement door with the broken locks. When someone opens this porch door, the friction will strike matches against an igniter that I've rigged. And the matches will ignite a portable gas tank that's
Yo.
been slowly leaking gas.
Remember that setup's about to go kaboom! About to be lit the F up, bro. You got it. You have to include that in the video. I have to see it. You can't make a video without explosions in it. You can't. When you say I'm gonna add explosions like that, not like saying okay I'm gonna add explosions for sure. If you suddenly add something like that, you have to make it explode. All right. I want to see it.
Tries to breach that passageway, and I've also installed noisemakers on all the door handles, so hopefully I'll hear them coming, and I'll see them coming, and that these traps will keep them out, and I'll be able to sleep safely tonight.
Well, eats his dinner. I'm gonna eat mine. Well, it's not dinner. It's more of lunch, but well, it's more of dessert lunch.
All right, I'm gonna fillet the chicken now. All right, now I'm gonna tenderize it.
Mm-hmm.
This ensures that the chicken is gonna be nice and even all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna put some of this chicken in flour so it absorbs some of the moisture, and so the crispiness will stick on.
An egg.
Oh,
Oh no.
just get rid of that.
Did he?
Just get rid of that.
I'm sorry, he picked up an egg without breaking the yolk. But you gotta give him some props for that. A subtle touch to the yolk, it just makes it go kaboom.
Next, we'll dip the chicken in the egg batter.
Where's the Parmesan?
Now it's time for what makes the chicken good.
Parmesan cheese.
Panko.
Oh, okay.
Technically, the panko makes it like a chicken katsu. Some grated parm.
Yes, Parmesan cheese.
That's going to caramelize really nicely on the chicken. Now some salt and pepper. Let's mix this all up. And now in the chicken goes.
You know, I wasn't expecting to see cooking tutorials in an analog horror video. I really wasn't.
All right, now it is time to fry these bad boys up.
All right.
Probably not good to add the oil over an open flame, but I don't know, I feel like I'm going to be okay. I'm going to get this oil nice and hot. Now you know the oil's ready when you dip the chicken in. It sizzles. Ooh, is that ready? That is ready. I'm actually going to lower the heat. That's insane.
I'm gonna be honest, when it sizzles, I feel like it. Oh, okay. I do get what you mean. Never mind.
Now, personally, I like when it's very golden brown. I don't like when it's too pale. I like when it's crispy. Very crispy.
Especially when it comes to chicken, you have to make sure it's thoroughly cooked from the inside as well. So, without trying to check the inside, because I don't know what the internal temp has to be, I'd be cooking the shit out of it. That wouldn't come out golden brown, it come out slightly black. You know what? I'm sorry. I have to know now. What does the eternal temp has to be for fried farm chicken? 165 is considered safe. For fried chicken. 165 Fahrenheit, 74 Celsius. Put it up here for you guys so you guys can check it out as well. Check it out. Yeah. Yeah. 165 Fahrenheit, 74 Celsius.
Alright,
Wait,
so
what?
let's get ready.
I see spooky. This didn't come out in October. It came out around Christmas time. It came out around Christmas of last year. Even they made the film theorists made a video of it. The droplet. What am I doing? Why am I getting distracted? I'm watching this video.
To
Stop.
broil the mozzarella cheese on. All right, here we go. Now I'm going to throw this into the oven and broil it.
Ooh. Dude, is that a double oven? That's freaking sick. That's so cool. This feels, oh my god, I don't know why, I feel nostalgia watching these old cooking channels back when I was at, sorry, text, give me 1 second. Okay.
I figured while the chicken parm is cooking, I'm going to set up my sleeping quarters for the night, make a fire, set up my sleeping bag. I was sleeping in the living room before, but to be honest, it's too far from an exit. And given that there was that stranger outside earlier, makes sense to be close to the exit, you know, in case anything happens. It makes it convenient, you know. Kitchen's right here, can make a midnight snack. So I'm gonna set up the fire for the evening. 3-layer base.
Just like in the Pusher video we saw. Ah, sweatpants.
Oh, I'm so hungry, I'm so hungry, I'm so hungry. Full moon tonight.
Nice, doing stretching, push-ups.
And we can't forget the sauce. This particular sauce I found, it's called Michael's of Brooklyn. Tomatoes, fresh garlic, fresh basil, Italian olive oil, oregano, fresh parsley, salt, black pepper, and nothing else, it says in big exclamation points. I can't read that.
Oh. Now you're making me hungry for dinner. Oh, you could hear that. think you made a bit too much sauce,
You
my
always
guy.
put the sauce on last so it doesn't get soggy. And of course, last but not least, basil. And that is it. Bon appetit.
Oh, that looks so good.
I'm so hungry. Let's see how this tastes. Mmm. It's amazing.
As a wise person once said,
I am not. Had chicken parm forever.
okay, I'm a little confused.
All that walking around today got me hungry. That guy really freaked me out outside.
You know, as a wise man once said, home cooked meals always taste the best.
I think that anxiety just takes a lot out of me. I'm glad I made two. There's like nothing like really good chicken parm. So you really have to tenderize it and flatten it out so it becomes more like a chicken cutlet. I haven't got like restaurants where you go and you get the chicken and or any dish and it's like not good. It's like you should be like should be losing sleep to make sure that your chicken is flavorful. You go to a chicken place and like the skin comes off the chicken, all the flavors on top, it's in the skin. And then like the chicken itself is just like bland. You know, what are you doing? I do miss restaurants. I miss people cooking for me. Glad I learned a few recipes. Got this at the supermarket. Oh. Man, I'm lonely tonight. Particularly lonely. Just sort of missing some camaraderie, I think. I tell you what I don't miss about people right now. It's feeling in debt to people. You know, emotionally more than anything. You know, being predator to other people's unresolved issues. Feeling obligated to give my time. I always would put boundaries around my time. And sometimes I felt like I had to lie to people because people can be really selfish with your time. If they thought that they could get more from you, they take it, you know?
That's true.
That's why I always hated about having a job. There was always this sense that when you work for someone, they expect you to they expect to squeeze every bit of time they can out of you because they're paying you and they're not going to pay you for nothing. You know, there are people who believe that because they're giving you money, the money that they know you need to live, they can take advantage of you. They assume that if you need the job, you'll do whatever they ask, no matter how stupid or pointless it is, because after all, they're paying you. You know? I don't miss that.
I get it. I get it.
Money created this like really sick relationship with other people. Once someone gives you money, it becomes a trap and it's really hard to escape. You know, I used to hate having a boss breathe down my neck. Ugh. I'd work an 8-hour shift, and honestly, I'd probably only worked 2 of those hours. The rest of the time, I just walk around with my clipboard, pretending to be busy. I'd move quickly, like I had somewhere important to be, just to look productive. That's what a boss likes to see. Motion. They want to see you doing something, even when the real work only took like 2 hours, if they catch you sitting, they get pissed. Even if there's nothing left to do, So I'd fake it. I'd walk around, look busy, make them feel like they're getting their money's worth, but they weren't. It's like they'd rather see you miserable and in motion than calm and at ease. Makes no sense. It's like they need to see struggle to feel justified in paying you. So I pretended, because if I didn't, I'd get shit for it, And life is already hard enough, You don't need someone coming down on you for being efficient, Yeah, I know. If I said that to an employer or a business owner, they'd probably think I'm the worst type of employee. But, I mean, come on, man. Do you expect me to care about selling bullshit plastic products while I'm spending my finite time being here? Now, I know it wasn't my boss, personally. But it was what he represented.
I get it. I
People
get it.
time, force impact. Because them out, to my to them. They wanted me available. I need to relax.
Go for it.
Never felt like a good enough reason to fall short of somebody else's expectations. Even though plastic products while I'm spending my finite time being here. Now, I know it wasn't my boss, personally. But it was what he represented, It was the whole system. Built so, like, rich people could get richer and everybody else sort of wastes their time. And maybe if I wasn't forced to make money, I'd have time to foster the skills that truly make an impact, but that isn't realistic, though, so. As much as I miss my family, they kept asking me to get a cell phone. I remember thinking to myself, like, no, I'm not doing that, Because once they knew I had a phone, I'd be available to them all the time. And I don't want to be available to people all the time. Sometimes I'd even lie. I'd say, I'm going to be out when I was actually going to be home, just so I had...
I do get that, actually. I do get that. I know people who want to talk a lot, and for the most part, I do not mind talking to people. But there's times where I'm just like, I want some peace to myself. I just want to sit back, watch some TV, or just sit back, just chillax for like, I don't know, the whole freaking day. Just, you know what I mean? Just like what he say, just kick back, not have to deal with talking to someone. Just just kick back, relax.
An excuse not to answer.
And I will be honest, I have done the same thing. I have lied before about me not being available at times. Although, particularly, I would just call him back like at least an hour or two later.
Yeah, maybe that's selfish. Maybe I just, didn't want to talk. Maybe I just wanted to be left alone. Getting a cell phone felt like it was inviting people into my life on demand, and I didn't want that. Just like, It's not natural for people to have that kind of access to another person. I don't know. That's at least what I think, and I know it's probably comes from an inability to disappoint people. Some would say, "Why don't you just say no if they ask?" But I don't know. Sometimes no doesn't feel like a complete sentence. If I said I wasn't available, they want a reason. And maybe the reason is I just, like, I don't want to talk right now, you know? Or I was planning to watch a movie. You know, it sounds small, but it wasn't to me. Just it wasn't. Maybe that's what I needed, you know? Feels like modern day communication was the thief of life. Now, after a long day, sometimes all I wanted to do to unwind was just, you know, relax. Just relax. But saying I need to relax never felt like a good enough reason to fall short of somebody else's expectations, you know, even though it should have been. So I didn't ask for it, I just took it. And if I had to lie to protect that time, I did. Because I shouldn't have to justify wanting peace. And I know that's avoidant. Maybe that was life challenging me to grow, but sometimes I just don't want to grow. Sometimes I just want to rest. Defeats the purpose of relaxing if I have to grow while doing it.
I feel that.
You know, sometimes I want to say no to the challenge. Put a boundary around life itself, which sounds arrogant because it's impossible. You know, and maybe it's a mirror showing me something about myself that, you know, I don't want to see. My unhealthy desire to numb, my avoidance. Maybe it's showing me something deeper, I don't know. Maybe the truth is I really was afraid I was incapable of connecting with other people the way I wanted to. And that I would never feel close to my family and my friends, not the way I wanted to. At least, you know, and maybe that's why I kept telling myself that people only want to use my time, because it's easier to believe that than to imagine that they actually wanted to spend time with me, get to know me. You know, some days the self-hatred really runs so deep, and I still can't picture people actually wanting to talk to me just to talk to me. It's safer to believe that everybody is a time-sucking vampire than to actually risk rejection. You know, I don't know when I became so guarded. I never really felt safe around other people. You know, if something bad happened, I never felt safe enough to share the pain with someone else, so I faced it alone. And with nowhere to let it out. Build up over years and years until it got so deep, I couldn't tell you where it began or how to talk about it, you know? People would ask me, what's wrong? I'd just say, I don't know. And I used to tell myself that when the pain gets great, when it gets great enough, I'll share. I didn't want to bother anybody. Just felt like, you know, it's not bad enough yet to burden others yet. And then one day, my brother died. And I still couldn't share the pain. That excuse to keep putting it off, it's bottomless. it won't end until I make a beginning. And that loneliness, it just breeds anger, blame, bitterness. I'd give given anything to let that go. I just didn't know how. So when I'm alone, I don't have to face any of that, you know? I'm not disturbed. So anyway, I have my affirmation that I tell myself every day and preparing me for when I see other people again. And it goes like this: I am likable and I attract genuine connection. So I say that to myself every day. Pretty good, right? But when people enter the picture, everything surfaces: resentment, worry, doubt, fear. Giving my time forced me to confront all of that. And it pushes me to speak up when staying quiet would just feel so much more comfortable and safer. So yeah, I'm protective of my time. Not a good that's doing me now. And it's really because anything that wants to take it also stirs up everything that I'm still trying to keep buried. Anyway, that's it.
That went on for so much longer than it had to be. And for that specific reason is why it felt so real for an ARG. This, like, genuinely, to me, after all of this really feels like this is something that really happened. Because the way he starts to open up during this part, it's just him. So you could see why he would open up like this. There's no one around anymore. Unless I'm completely missing it. I don't know. I was paying attention. I'm also, like, really tired right now. I am, yes, I know it's 1 p.m. I didn't sleep, like, at all last night, so I'm tired, finally. So I may have missed it, but this just feels so real. Also, when you said, where you said, I'm also preparing myself for when I see people again. I don't know. To me, this just feels so real. Like this is something that actually happened, in my opinion.
I think it's time to hit the hay. Oh, it's been a long day. That was a tasty meal.
I bet.
God, I have 2 chins. Oh. Alright. See you in the morning. What am I seeing right now? That's fire. That's definitely fire.
Okay. That's it. Oh, this is so interesting for for an ARG. Narrative universe. And I love it. Show this guy in a liminal space 4 dimension. When the cookie barb comes out sizzling. Me in before. On the solo play flute. This is definitely one of the most interesting analog horror I have ever seen, and I am here for it. How do you make this? I really want to know how he made this. How this person made this series. Is this all like active? Is this all like filmed IRL? Or is it like Blender? It has to be filmed IRL. If it's Blender, this is visually really, really impressive. Like, really impressive if it is. Join the research team? Oh, it's Patreon. There's $5 or $10. But yeah, this is really interesting. Oh, you know what? What did the description of the first episode say?
People. Once
Okay. This backrooms found footage documents a subject's survival against the nesters during a quiet apocalypse. As he navigates this empty world, a single mistake reveals his location to the things watching from the liminal spaces. About this log, the analog horror entry captures the eerie calm of a life spent in solitude. The hemispheric ASMR to the tension of setting survival traps. This file explores the nostalgic horror of an abandoned reality. Okay. This one has some other stuff too. I'm not going to watch this one today. Like I said, I'm really tired. I am gonna go and I don't know, I'm gonna take a nap. I'm exhausted. So I'm gonna beat it for right now. Don't worry, I'm gonna watch both these videos, but you're not gonna, it'll all be in one video for you guys, but it'll be different time recording for me. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute. Well, not in a minute, my time. You know what I mean. I'll be back when I watch the video. Hello, everybody. Lex here. More energetic and awake, actually, for once. Today, we're going to be watching some more Metal Decay, The Cost of Survival by the Glendale Archives. You know, I originally thought it said the Glensdale Archives for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know where I got that, Glensdale. Probably from, like, Phasmophobia, I think. But, yeah. Let me see if it actually works. Oh, wait. I need to turn my headset on again. Okay, the last video we watched 2 videos already. The same video that we just watched, like, well, I watched it, like, earlier today. I was so tired that the time I just, went to sleep, I literally didn't wake up until, like, a few minutes ago. So, I woke up, got food, now I'm back. Of course, I have food. I got me some fajitas. So, we watched this video. Even though it says it's halfway, we watched this full one already. We watched this one, and now we're about to watch this one. The Cost of Survival. So let's do it, guys.
I'm lonely tonight. Particularly lonely.
Oh,
Sort of missing some camaraderie, I think. Tell you what I don't miss about people right now. It's feeling in debt to people.
Okay, so this was a part of that video. We already watched.
Anyway, that's it.
Okay, we already seen all of this. Yeah, we saw this already. It was a part of the last video. I didn't know they released a separate video for it. That's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna watch this one. And this one. So after we watch all of these, I want to go on a binge and watch all these shorts. That's what I want to do after. Because these shorts are probably just little things that they put up on about from these main videos that to hope try and get attention or to gather people. I've tried that a few times, but no one ever really wants to watch my videos apparently. So I'm like, oh well. But yeah.
Day 4, squatting in this abandoned house.
Day 4? Wait, are these in order?
I've always felt alone.
I guess this is part of the newer video. Wait, I'm confused. This said day 8, and now we're on day 4. I don't know what order to watch them in. I really don't. We'll just watch, I guess.
I haven't seen another person in 81 days. A couple days ago, I decided to suit up. I haven't seen another person in 81 days.
81.
A couple days ago, I decided to suit up and head north into the surrounding hills. Alright, we're heading out, so I hope I don't die. I found a map here. Barely intact, but enough to help me navigate.
I'm gonna go out, so I hope I don't die.
What was
Oh
ahead.
my god.
Man, it is
I mean,
very chilly.
I get it because it's a apocalyptic world, but still, just the way he said it is funny. Damn. I said it last video. I really need to know how he makes these. Like, does he use real life? Because if so, how did he get to a place where it's this empty? Did he rent out the store? Did he go on a closed day? Like, I don't get how he managed to be able to film inside of a grocery store with no one around. Nobody.
I also keep my CB radio set to directional and gives me some warning if there's some danger within 5 miles. So if I hear anything, I change course.
Yeah, I don't trust that. So I'm definitely gonna veer in a different direction.
I would too.
The map led me to 3 different locations: the mall, an underground concourse, and some type of museum. Places that used to be crowded. Yeah. The suburbs are empty, that's for sure. Rows of houses, all vacant, so I thought, if anybody's still out there, they'd be here.
The journey.
When I reached the first location, I felt pretty optimistic.
God, I hate when all this is mixed together. I got me fajitas from a restaurant. Now it comes with beans, it comes with rice, and it comes with lettuce and guac as well as chips. Chips you could just eat some of the guac with, or you could just, you know, put it in your fajita tortilla like a normal person. And one thing I don't like is I don't really like, I don't mind mixed food, but there's some I don't like where it's mixed. I really don't.
So far, not very promising.
What are you looking for? Oh, he's probably looking for people. Okay.
Unfortunately, I think this place is pretty empty. There's not much here. It really puts me on edge that I can see everything and there's really no place to hide here.
No place to hide here. You gotta be careful then.
Let me go see if I can find out where that sound is coming from.
Man, it's been forever since I've been to a mall too. Where I live, there's no malls at all around here. There's not a mall until like an hour or two or what. There's not even an hour or two away a mall. I don't even know what the closest mall is from here.
Alright, let's see if any of these doors lead to a bunker full of custodians. I don't know.
I got a bad feeling about this.
These are all locked.
An arcade.
Well, I wish I had some quarters. Can't believe these are still running.
I believe it. I do. I would. 8 days in, those places could run forever without power. Like the place itself, unless it's turned off.
Man, this like really makes me hungry because there's a food court here. Makes me think of like Nathan's hot dogs or something. I could really go for one. Don't think that's gonna happen.
You know, what do you mean? Well, okay, yeah, it's been a few days. Probably nothing of the stuff is good. I mean, you could go behind the counter and see if you could make yourself something. They might have stuff that are so good you could probably make yourself something to eat. They keep stuff. Normally, they keep stuff in a freezer, I think, and you just go back there and take it out, or a fridge. But
No
you
offense,
really
but
gotta
this
look
looks like
because
a
I don't know.
crazy place to work in its day. At least I see no nesters.
That's good. No nesters. It's probably one thing. I wonder how many nesters there are, because I would assume there would be like a lot of them around, but there's not a whole lot of them. You see like an occasional few of them, I guess, from in this video. You don't see a lot of them wherever you go. You just see a few. At least like one or two of them at least. Maybe just one of them at this point. I don't even know if there's more than one that you see. What does that say? I have to read it. I'm sorry. For rent? I don't know. I can't read it. It's way too. The effects are way too. You know.
We're getting closer.
Dental care.
Seems like where it's coming from. There's absolutely nothing in there. That was a recording of someone who I think has been here in the past. I spent around an hour and a half exploring the mall. It was getting pretty late, and I needed to keep moving. I also saw a figure that I've encountered before moving towards me. I call him Mr. Whiteout. He sounds harmless, but I don't know, something in me just doesn't trust it. My next stop is a series of underground tunnels called Concourse B. Stop is a series of underground tunnels called Concourse B.
Underground tunnels.
I expected public transit, you know, trains connecting nearby towns. But instead, I found passageways linking offices, food courts, state buildings, things like that.
With the parking structures below, it must have been packed with workers at some point moving beneath the city.
That's an interesting way for traveling. Probably take bicycles or scooters, but just long tunnels like that,
I'm
that's
so
very
hungry.
interesting. Break in, see if you can find something.
You can get really cornered in one of those kitchens, or else I'd fry up a deluxe.
Well, that would suck, especially with no weapon. You know what? Why hasn't he searched a gun store yet? Why hasn't he searched a gun store yet? I guarantee you, if everyone just upped and vanished, there's gonna be guns at a gun store. All right, there's no doubt about it. There's gonna be guns. There's a lot at like gun stores, as well as pawn shops, as well as Walmart. Maybe you could get a if you could break the glass.
I don't think I'm going to go too deep into this because it's very maze-like, and I don't want to get lost and not be able to get back outside.
I get it. I get lost easily too, to be honest.
Little painting. It's beautiful. Yeah, I should get out of here.
I would. After hearing that, I'd leave. Mr. Whiteout, huh?
At this point, it was getting pretty dark, and I was 3 hours from home. I had a little fun on the way to the next location, and then, you know, I don't know what I was thinking, because it started to get dark out. Woo! It's like I lost 2 hours of my time.
I deserve ice cream.
Like, I was playing with my radio and acting like an idiot. It's too late to walk back. I was
What?
lucky. It's too late to walk back.
That's a whole ass human being, bro.
I was lucky. Some of the towns I passed through still had working electricity. I assume they are connected to some industrial-sized power center that hadn't yet failed. When I got far from the cities, the darkness was pretty blinding. I hadn't seen a landmark in over an hour, and, you know, out of the darkness now, it appeared. It wasn't ideal, but I needed shelter. At any moment, I could have run into a nester, so I had to do something. So I slept inside the enclosed slide. It was not comfortable, but it worked. When I woke, I continued on my travels. The last place I visited was the taxidermy house. It used to be a family attraction. Walking through it now, I kept mistaking the stillness for life. Everything looked alive, but it wasn't. Just empty forms stuffed with microfiber.
I haven't been to a museum in forever either. Where I live, there's no museums, there's no aquariums, there's nothing up here. No malls. There's a movie theater about like 20 minutes away, maybe 30 minutes. I don't know. There's nothing up here where I am. I don't know why I'm looking to the right when the microphone's over here to the left.
Hello, Mammoth.
Hmm.
Don't worry. I'm not gonna take your little cub or whatever you call it.
My guy look like he's seen some shit. It looks like he's seen some shit. Probably has too. Probably has seen some shit to back it up.
Hello. Hey, there's some guys doing some work over here. I feel like this guy would really hate me if he was alive.
Wonder why.
Okay, I think we're leaving the jungle.
Into the 50s, huh?
What is this, like aquatic world or something? One little room for the entire ocean, that's pretty generous. Model T. Wouldn't mind taking this puppy out for a spin.
I don't know how you get it down from there, but good.
Alright, I'm gonna get going.
As I walked home, I thought about nesters. I really don't know much about them, only that they can shift from calm to hostile in seconds. Once they settle somewhere, infestation usually follows. I've encountered that. They look human, but something is off about them. Something is just not normal. I'm glad to be back home in front of this warm fire with this mug of hot cocoa. I didn't find anyone, no, but maybe tomorrow I'll head south towards the water. Anyway.
Okay, well. That's creepy. That's freaking creepy. Why do they look like the zombies from I Am Legend? Kind of look like it. I don't want to get better, and then the world is empty, everything is mine. The world is empty and something followed me home. I still wonder what the order of it is.
I decided to come up north last night. Just to get away. I actually found this place a while back, traveling from the city to Big House. Thinking about my recovery today. My recovery from bad habits, trauma, the grief. Just never feels like I'm doing enough for my own recovery. Especially now than my current circumstances where I feel such a lack of security that I don't have time to spend addressing anything that's going on inside. And now with the mirror of other people gone.
You know what? No, it's fine. I was just thinking I should have like stopped the recording and started recording again so I could name each one, but I didn't. So I'm like, oh well, maybe I'll just I'll point it out in the main video.
I don't know. I used to see people judging my habits and I'd feel this pressure. You know, I gotta change something, but I can't. Or I don't want to. It's true, I don't want to. I wondered if anybody else felt that.
You know, there is sometimes where there's some habits where you're like, I don't want to change it. I like this habit. I'm gonna keep it. Like getting coffee in the morning, every morning, waking up, making coffee. Some people want to keep doing that. Oh my God. Excuse me. But I see there's some habits out there that some people will want to keep.
That way ever. Like, you're addicted to something. I know it's hurting me and likely other people, but truthfully, I just don't want to stop. To say that I don't want to stop, it's terrifying, you know? To say that to another person is terrifying because it doesn't feel acceptable to say. You know, the truth is, I'm in pain, it's not getting better, and I don't want to work on it. But it's the truth, and the truth is the truth. I don't want to stop. I needed someone who could hear me say that, but I could never muster the courage. Because to admit that I don't want to stop something that is hurting me, it opens me up for what I fear the most. Being abandoned. You know, it opens the door for somebody to finally say, you're right. You're not worth it if you don't behave. But what is behaving anyway? You know, not inconveniencing you, not inconveniencing other people. I mean, this is me. Now, I mean, you can argue that in the face of addiction that it's not you technically, but the fear that drives me to it is part of me, whether that fear is real or made up. It's insane how I contorted myself. I twist myself into an acceptable version of myself for other people, everyone else. And who makes these ideals? These expectations that we're judged by? Hollywood? Religion? Or just general societal fear of repeating history? I don't know. I don't know. Of course, there are bad things out there. Objectively, I can't imagine anyone agreeing with intentionally or overpowering someone or treating someone less than human. I don't. But then I think about the things that we call bad but aren't. I mean, I don't think death, a natural disaster, fit that category. Death isn't bad, it's just unknown. It's just scary.
True. That's really true.
A natural disaster is just Earth doing its thing. It's not acting with bad intentions. It just is what it is.
That's really true. Just Mother Nature doing whatever it wants.
Anyway, all this makes me think of who I molded myself to be for other humans. Also that, God forbid, I wouldn't be abandoned and left for dead. And look at me now. I mean, it happened anyway. I'm not so sure it matters anymore. I mean, I don't have to be anything anymore. I don't have to be a man, whatever that means. I can cry anytime, anywhere. I can be afraid without the worry of what it says about me. Makes me wonder why I didn't allow myself to do it earlier. Makes me wonder why I didn't just maybe pretend like people were gone all along. But then again, how can I learn to accept these things if no one is around to witness it? How can I be accepted for it and prove the fear wrong if there's no one there? I guess I'll just have to learn to accept it for myself. Anyway, we got a nester, 2 o'clock, so I'm gonna get out of here before it catches me.
It was a bit disturbing. Not the whole talking phase, but that nester who looks like a zombie from I kind of want to watch this. You know what I mean? Though it's kind of, it looks like the zombies from I Am Legend. Okay. Okay. We got 2 videos left, and I'm gonna binge watch both of them. We're watching both of them, fellas. The world is empty, and something followed me home. Before they all disappeared. This is probably just another talk episode. This one's probably another episode. So it seems he uploads like a regular episode, a talk episode, regular episode, talk episode, regular episode, maybe a regular episode here, and then a talk episode.
Okay, I don't know, since I've seen another human being. I was attacked by a nester today. I was out on the northern end of the state when I wasn't paying enough attention to my surroundings, and I ran into a nester. It tried to maul me, and it ripped my shirt. Luckily, it didn't draw any blood. So, after the attack, I had to quickly regroup and get cleaning supplies. So, I headed for a market. Luckily, I had prepared earlier in the day, reinforcing traps and baking cookies.
Was that an AK? Whoa, hold on a minute.
I had prepared earlier in the day, reinforcing traps.
Bro, is an AK strapped to a pole? That's some redneck shit right there. I wasn't expecting that from him. Well, I guess neither was the explosive.
And baking cookies. So when I got back after the attack, I could relax and recover while the traps did their job. But something followed me back. Come right this way. I woke up early. It was a quiet morning, so I brewed some coffee and prepped some cookies.
Cookies! Oh, he's doing another cooking episode? Alright, let's hear it.
All right, I got a pot of coffee brewing. Got a fresh cup right here. I'm gonna prep some cookies for tonight because I'm going to the northern side of the state later today, and it's a trek, and I just want something sweet for when I get home, so I'm gonna prep here. It's a super easy recipe. It's 3 ingredients, and it's absolutely delicious. I think that'll be really nice for when I get home later tonight.
So the ingredients are peanut butter, sugar, and eggs. Like I said, very simple. So we're gonna do 1 cup of peanut butter.
Oh my god, you're putting the whole thing in
Next,
there.
sugar. In goes the sugar.
That's a lot of sugar.
Finally, 1 egg. Can't believe how simple this recipe is, seriously. One sec. Okay, everything's all good. Just a nester. Nester at the door, but he moved on. And this is kind of like the consistency we're getting. So, next we have to roll them into balls and put them on a baking sheet. A little bit of parchment paper. Roll them into balls, just like that. Okay. Perfect. I'm gonna try some of this batter. All right, come on. So now next what I want to do is I'm going to flatten them into cookies and give them just kind of a cute little design with this fork. So I like to do a little crisscross design.
I know people who do that too. Although the recipe is a bit more, I've cooked them like that before with just sugar and peanut butter and egg. I also like making peanut butter balls. So peanut butter balls are different because they're refrigerated. They're not baked. They're no bake. You could eat them. It's peanut butter. It's hold on one second. Let me see if I remember. It's peanut butter. It's let me pull it up because I do have the recipe. Ah, here we are. So it's dry milk. Or here, I'll put it over here for you guys. It's my cooking recipes. I have like a bunch of other stuff in here that I keep. We got peanut butter kisses, or that's what they call them. It's 2 cups of dry milk, 1 cup of peanut butter, and 1 cup of corn syrup or honey. Honey is a more healthier version of, I guess, what you could put in it. And then you could drizzle some melted chocolate on top of it and then put it in the refrigerator. But this is an option. You could just put them like that after doing this. You're supposed to mix it until all of the dry milk is gone. That's one thing I've learned is you have to make sure all of the dry milk is gone. And then after that, you're pretty much set. You're pretty much good.
It's actually a little bit easier if you smush them down first with your hands and then put the design on. Again, the design is optional. I just, I got nothing going on, so these are ready to go and be cooled down. And later tonight, I'm gonna bake them.
After prepping the cookies, I made my way north. I had seen on my map there was a clearing with various structures, some type of facility, and I wanted to see what it was.
Yeah, man, I wouldn't trust it. I really wouldn't trust going over there. That wind is vicious,
Alright,
dude.
we're here at this strange facility, so I'm just gonna wander around and see if there's anything here. I found this strange sculpture.
That is interesting.
I'm gonna continue to walk the grounds. Yeah, it's a cold day today. I'm looking forward to a warm fire tonight. This one right here. What is that?
There are some just weird structures, to be honest.
This is a really interesting figure here. This looks like some sort of like a colonial building that's melting. For the last couple weeks, I've been squatting in this house. It's got, you know, running water, has a running stove, it has electricity, although I'm not really supposed to turn it on at this time. Wandering around the cities and the towns that are now vacant. I found a mall, wasn't really anything there. I found some sort of an underground corridor. That was pretty cool.
Those are just weird.
Wow, look at these books. Darkest Hours. I should probably rewrite that book myself. Whoop. Hello. I'm gonna keep walking. Oh boy, I can tell you what, I'm feeling a little bit lonely today. You find a weird place like this, but you don't have anybody to kind of, you know, share it with. I really miss.
Oh, I feel that so much. Finding something and you're the only one who could really keep it because you don't really know anyone else to send it to who might like it. So you're like, I want to share this with someone, but I don't think they would like it. So you know what? Whatever. I might as well just keep this to myself.
Laughing. I laugh to myself a lot these
Oh
days.
my god.
But I miss the camaraderie of laughing with another person. I gotta admit, I used to have some pretty elaborate jokes. I remember as a joke, I changed my name to my father's name, Gail. And I started to, like, you know, dress like him and, you know, wear his glasses and stuff like that. And it was funny. I mean, I think apparently he started to get really upset when I started to, like, you know, wear his pajamas and sleep in his bed, you know, make copies of his social security card. Then it got kind of, he didn't really think that was funny.
You know, I'm just gonna continue.
I'm gonna take a load off for a minute here. Seems like as good a place to sit as any. Found these hash browns, which sounds pretty good right about now. And they're very crunchy, very filling, you know, well seasoned. I can't remember the exact brand. A lot of the supermarkets in this area still have running power, which is pretty cool. Hopefully the generator still works.
Oh, it's a jet. I thought I heard like thunder or something in the distance. I was like, what is
Working
that?
at this particular grocery store keeps it
In
running,
real
which is
life,
nice. I'm feeling a bit jumpy today because I don't know, I've been noticing a lot of folks out in the woods lately outside, at least out back of where I'm staying right now. They haven't really paid me any attention except for one incident. I actually had to burn one of these figures that was out in the back of the house. Wow, it really opens up out here. Check it out. Wow.
What is that?
I gotta say, I feel a little bit better being out in this open space than in the closed off woods. Is this like a home that was like almost built? I've got these little stools here. God, I should have brought gloves. Really not fall time anymore. I mean, it's not like early fall. I wish I kept like a calendar of days. I don't really know exactly what month it is. I'm gonna guess it could honestly be mid-December for all I know. All right, let's keep moving.
I just gotta ask, why is there these weird structures out in the middle of nowhere? There's just, like, I get just a few, but there's a lot of them where you are, so I'm like, why does this exist? Why is this here? There usually isn't. But then who am I to know? Who am I to know of it? I don't really go out much and explore, so.
What is this thing? Oh,
What
there's a
is that
lookout.
indeed?
Oh, it goes to here.
We're gonna see a nester.
I can see the radio tower from here, and that's about a mile south of my house. So my house is just over those hills. I can't wait to get back. I really need to start a fire. It's freezing. I could buy a little sculpture, statue, lookout.
From what it seems to be safe during the day, but I wonder if it really is. If it really is safe during the day. No, not necessarily, because in that last video we saw him talking, and Nestor was watching. He's like, I'm gonna leave.
All right, this is our next bizarre sort of structure we have here. Bizarre. Hey-o. This is definitely one of the stranger structures that I found at this facility.
Hey-o.
Oh, I'm
Hey-o.
coming down.
Oh.
Oh, here I come. Paul Pierce.
Basketball.
Let it rain. Oh, God, I stink.
That is a very
This was
interesting
a much needed fun
thing.
experience. You know, things have been a little tight, a little serious lately. You know, I've been feeling a bit spooked out by some of what's been going on around my house, you know. A lot of times it feels like, you know, you're pushed out of a place, and I've been starting to get that feeling a little bit more and more lately. It's getting dark, so I do need to get home because I don't want to be out after dark. Things don't get better after dark. Once again, I mismanaged my time, as if I'm looking to find pain. I could feel it on my skin, and that's when it struck. There was something different about this Nestor, though. I kept thinking I lost him, and then I'd see him again. Usually they forget quickly, but not this one. I was able to gain some distance between me and it. Luckily, it had a very distinct sound, so I could track its distance from me on my CB radio. Next, I had to get some cleaning supplies to wash off the dirt from the attack and calm my nerves.
I get it.
Alright, I gotta be quick about this.
Target. Okay. You know what? I feel like Target is one of the few places where you go to it, you could actually expect no one to be there. Because of how expensive their stuff is. You find something like 50% off at Walmart or like King Supers even. And when you go to Target, they're like 10 times more the price.
Alright, let's see. A gentle milky toner that soothes and hydrates the skin. Or a soft calming formula that nourishes and balances the skin.
Excuse me. It's gotta feel so nice being able to just take things without having to pay for them. I'm gonna take some of this. Alright, I'm leaving. Bye. Oh, that must feel so good. It must be so cool.
A brightening serum that boosts glow and evens your skin tone, or a silky serum with blueberry extract to nourish the skin.
You know, I never tried any of the stuff like that. I probably should.
Sure enough, the nester followed me home. I figured if he was going to keep following me, I might as well lead him home into one of my traps. I'd recently updated them and I was excited to hopefully see them work.
Alright.
Now, I'm not a firearm guy. I've never really owned a gun or even held a weapon. But I had recently come across an ammunition store,
Yo.
and I felt my
That's what I said.
circumstances warranted it.
Oh my lord. Take him. Take them all. Bro, the fun you could have with each one of those, you wouldn't get in trouble. There's no one around anymore. Just take him, start shooting, screw it, shoot him in the store. There ain't no one to yell at you about it. I mean, sure, you might attract a few nesters, but have a little fun.
It felt great being fully stocked up. I felt safe. And with my arsenal, I was able to rig a fully automated frontline shooting system that I could control from the comfort of my home. But in order to do that, I needed to run to a hardware store to get parts and supplies.
Oh my god. I love this show.
I rigged the system using PVC pipe, mechanical swivel, connected to a small control box that lets me manually operate and automate the weapons
Yo, that's
from my
awesome.
home. All a nester needs to do is walk in front of the infrared center and boom. As soon as I got home, I rigged it. The next trap I'm particularly excited about because it's simple yet effective. I call it the mirror trap. The nesters towards the middle of the estate are a bit more brain dead and mostly blind, unless of course an object is within a few feet of them. I learned that mirror reflections can really confuse these nesters. So I set up a series of mirrors on the front and
That's
the back
amazing.
lawn. If any nester catches its own reflection in one of the mirrors, it'll likely attack it. They usually get cut up and bleed out. Like I said, simple. Third and final trap throws them off my scent. I call it the sound mat.
Okay, that's a really useful to know, especially in an apocalyptic thing like this. They bleed out and die. So I guess all you really have to do is just cut it and then you're good. That's actually really useful to know when you're out and surviving in a world like that.
I rigged a pressure mat outside my front door and connected it to a loudspeaker a few yards from my house. If a nester steps on the mat, it triggers an alarm. The sound draws them away from the house and towards the speaker. I've also left a bunch of brand new shirts soaked in lake water underneath the speaker. The idea is to confuse the scent and keep them focused on the speaker until they hopefully forget me. With the trap set, I felt safe enough to let my guard down. While I waited for the cookies to bake, it took some time to clean myself up.
That's gotta feel nice.
I always need to take like so much shampoo. My hair is so long. I gotta cut it myself soon. Honest conditioner. I haven't conditioned in so long, honestly. I didn't really felt the need to condition because, like, it's just nice. Doesn't always have to be attached to somebody else touching your hair or something. I used to love like going to like a hair salon or someplace where like somebody cuts your hair and they like wash your hair and scrub your head. Gentle facial cleanser.
I personally love that. Whenever I go to a haircut, I always request for a hair wash. Always.
I really like maximizing my time. So while my conditioner is working,
I don't know
look
why,
on the
I just
face.
like it.
I got this bubble bath stuff, so I'm gonna put this in. I don't know how much to put in, but more bubbles ain't bad, so. I got a bath bomb too. Oh, oh, that's nice. That bath bomb is tickling me at the bottom of the tub. I hope I didn't get my tea. Oh, it feels so good to just wash all the dirt from the day off. I've got some things here that I'm excited to try. So I'm gonna try this. This is a face mask. H2O activated charcoal lemon juice. Deep detox. God, do I need it. Oh, that's like... Alright, well, here goes. Next I have these cucumbers. And now I'm going to take some deep breaths. In for 4, hold, out for 6. Here I go. Scrubbing my fingernails, still a lot of dirt in them. Alright, it's been 15. This mask is now home to all of my toxins. I'm gonna try these hydrogel eye pads. Patented 5-day hydration complex.
Huh.
So I mean, it keeps my eyes hydrated for 5 days. I don't even want to know what goes into making that possible. I feel very odd.
I'm gonna tell you now, I have never used anything like that before, ever. Never. I have been interested in wanting to try them at least just to see what they're like, but I have never used any of the health products like that ever.
That Nestor attack today was scary. The weird thing was I knew it was coming. You can almost always feel a Nestor nearby by the way the air changes. The air will brush my skin like warm Velcro, and my body tingles like a dose of Novocaine wearing off. I've made the mistake of ignoring that feeling in the past, and it's almost got me killed every time. I think a part of me wants to pretend that things are normal, and that feeling, it is anything but. But training myself to notice the feeling of presence, it's the first line of defense.
I really want to know if in this world, if you get infected by them or if you just die. You get eaten, you don't get infected if you die. That's what I kind of want to know.
It's maybe one of the most important survival tactics to hone. Anyway, I've been in this bath a little too long and I'm turning into a prune, so it's been way more than 15 minutes since these flapjacks have been on, so I'm gonna get out. Before I do, I can't believe I forgot to do this.
I have one of those too. Those are really nice. I didn't understand the purpose of a jet bathtub, but apparently they're supposed to help with blood circulation in your body.
So,
But I will say now, those are really nice to have. Those really are.
I
You also have a massage chair too now.
got all my fun little lotions and potions over here that I'm looking forward to trying.
It's not one of the fancy massage chairs, but it's like, hold on. Let me see if I can find an image of one that we have that is like it. It's not one of the big giant freaking fancy ones. I wish it was, because those are amazing. But it's like a oh, here it is. It's this one right here. This is kind of very much like the one we have. This one. Except ours is like all black. It has a pocket right here. And it reclines. It's nice. I like to have, I want one of these because these look so cool. But we have one of, no. Oh my God, I lost it. Like, no, we don't have a big giant one like that. Oh, I lost it. Where is it? You know what I mean though. We have we have a cool one that someone gave us, so we use it. I use it a lot.
First, I'm gonna start.
Especially when you're sitting down for long periods of time and doing like editing like I am, as well as just doing recording, watching YouTube videos. Mostly that's what I do, is just watch YouTube videos. Sometimes I play the game, but not a whole lot. Having that really helps a lot. It really does.
Shaving. Yeah.
Oh my God. I have never shaved yet. Never. I wanted to buy stuff for my beard because I have like a beard or whatever, but I never shaved it.
I'm gonna put on some of this. This is a hydrating face serum. Learning to notice nesters' presence, by the way, is only useful with certain types. The ones further south, they tend to give themselves away earlier. They're slow though. Mostly blind unless something's right in front of them. But once you cross their radius, they react fast and without hesitation. They're taller, stronger, but they don't rush you. The thing about them. Even when you feel their presence, it doesn't mean that they're coming closer. It usually means that they've already noticed you. Running doesn't help. Running only tells them who you are. All right, next is this.
So then how would you go about escaping them?
Moisturizer.
You might explain it. Guess we'll see.
Moisturizer. It's gonna feel really nice over the serum. Oh, I can feel my skin just like just drinking it up, going, thank you. Remember my mom.
No! No! What are you doing?
Make me water her flowers. I remember my mom when I was a kid, she used to make me water her flowers. in the garden. She said if you listen really closely, you can hear them going, "Thank you." It used to kind of scare me. I was like really little when she told me that. It wasn't like a fun, cute thing, but as I got older, it was kind of funny. Eye cream?
Plants and zombies.
Oh, that feels really nice. My skin looks very dewy and vibrant. I used to hate cutting my fingernails as a kid. For some reason, it always makes my fingernails feel really weird. Once you cut your fingernails and you like touch them, it's like they're like sensitive.
I like cutting my nails because I absolutely hate touching the keyboard with long nails. So I try to keep them cut. Because when they get long enough and I play like, I hit WASD, oh, I just did not like how it felt at all with them long. So I keep mine cut like as much as I can.
I can never really put my finger on it and explain it to other kids. I used to describe when you like lay on your foot and it falls asleep. I used to describe
Oh, I hate when that happens.
describe it as it feels like my foot is full of sand. People are like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, it feels like my foot is full of sand." And my mom was like, "I don't know what to do about that."
I don't know what to do about that either.
A little bit of rose water. Now I'm gonna try this sort of like hair oily sort of
Bro, that's a
textural
whole lot of skincare, my guy. Like a
thing.
lot.
I was amazed by that Nestor's ability to stalk and follow me today. Even when I seemingly lost him, I couldn't believe how he kept finding me. It felt like it was watching to see what I'd do next. I'm certain he's on his way to me now. He's got to be out there.
That's
And
probably one of the
I don't
most...
know if it was the attack.
That's so weird. I hit pause. That's got to be one of the most scariest things in apocalyptic worlds is when you run into something that is aware, that knows, that's smart enough to think, all right? That's probably one of the scariest ones to run into. Something that actually thinks, okay? You see one of those, you're like, all right, I'm moving. I'm going to China, all right? You have fun here. I'm leaving, but I'm not staying here.
Just some are more capable than others and have different abilities in that way. But he was locked onto me. Anyway, I'm gonna go check on those cookies.
Cookies.
After I was finished, it was time to enjoy my cookies and do some hunting.
Come on, baby, come on, baby, come on, baby, I'm here.
I found this radio in a vacant lake house a ways back. It still works.
Oh, he got it from that lake house? The one where we saw that freaking face appearing around the corner? I guess that didn't do anything. He was like, what is this guy? Oh, yeah, almost saw me. All right, well, I'm gonna piss off. Enjoy your night. I'm leaving.
Rigged it to the antenna on top of my house. It seems counterintuitive, but it's been luring nesters towards my house into the traps. Yeah, I figured keeps the surrounding areas safer, less nesters for when I do need to go out and get supplies.
What's up, fuckers?
Hey out there, if you're looking for companionship, do I have a deal for you?
I know just the place. There's a big house on top of a hill not too far.
That one nester who was following me had a very distinct sound. So if I hear him, I'll know.
You hear that alarm? You hear it? One was on my front doorstep. Not today, not today. Get out of here. There he is. That's it. That's him. That is him. Well, he's coming in clear. He's got to be right outside.
Ooh, got him.
He
You
didn't
tell the noise stopped.
even make it past the He didn't even make it past the frontline system. All in all, it was a pretty intense day, but very relaxing in the end. Anyway, it's been a long day too.
and I'm signing off to hit the hay. Good night.
Archivist here. Thank you for watching this log. We're continuing to restore and piece together more footage as new material keeps surfacing. As this is a private investigation, I want to extend a special thanks to our patrons who helped sustain the archive. And welcome to those who recently joined. I do my best to shape a cohesive narrative from what's available, but much of what we uncover doesn't make it to YouTube. This is where the rest of the archive lives. If you'd like to support the work, access unreleased footage, and help decide which parts of the subject story are revealed next, you can find the link below. Stay vigilant.
This is one of the most fascinating analog horror I have ever seen. Like, the way it's put together, it makes it feel so realistic. In a way, it just also includes, like, IRL stuff like cooking, him doing his own skincare, just him telling about stories, as well as him just opening it up, dude. That's the keys on making a really good analog horror. Well, it's not really analog horror. It makes it good. Well, I don't even know. Analog horror is really just, it's like backrooms and stuff like that, I think. I don't exactly know what analog horror is. It's a found footage type style. Okay, I see. So, yeah, like the backrooms, yeah. Found footage stuff. That makes this really, that's a key of making this really good. This really feels like a documentary that this makes it feel so real in a way. You know it's not at the end, but it feels so real watching it. Like this actually happened. And that is one of the main reasons why I like this a lot. Okay, I'm gonna go grab me something to drink, so I will be right back. Oh no, crap. Okay, there we go. I accidentally clicked the right arrow key on accident. I got my drink. I'm back. Alright, let's watch is this the last episode? Let's watch the last episode.
Even before all this. Like I won't be okay. A looming feeling like I'm constantly on the edge of a dreadful, sad existence and true happiness. And in order to protect that true happiness and evade hell, I need to fight, scratch. I feel pressure. I feel irritable. I feel overworked and misunderstood. I feel threatened by everyone. I feel alone. Like my life will crumble unless I grab onto it and shift and work it around. If not me, who else will? I think I feel alone because I was never willing to share the burden. You know, I had girlfriends, family, friends, a recovery network. And while I may be alone in my specific personal endeavors, I was not alone in the struggle of life because everyone in my circle struggled with life. They all had desires, fears, and disappointments and successes. They understand the feeling around all of this. Again, maybe not as it relates to my specific aspirations, but in their own subgroups of life. I could have shared all of this with them. I could be the biggest success or the biggest failure, and they'll always be with me.
What if this is in his mind? What if we're not really experiencing another world where it's really him? What if this is just in his mind?
Me. If only I let them in. I was not alone. But I chose to keep them shut out, and now I feel alone deeply. You can share what's happening, It's never going to feel like the perfect time with some people, but saying, you know, I had this thing not work out and I'm just feeling sad. Or I'm having fear about something and I just want to honor those emotions and share them with someone because it helps me feel less alone. I know I can't fix it right now, but I just need to be heard. But I always had this paranoia. This paranoia that this world wants to see me fail. That it only wants me to get vulnerable so it can use it against me. You know, this world does not want me to succeed because for me to succeed pulls me away from playing the game. And everybody wants you to just shut up and play the game too because then they can feel good about playing. It distracts them from the emptiness of it all. You know, don't go after your dreams. It's not practical. Get a good job, work for someone else. Take a vacation once a year. Marry young. Get a hobby. This is as good as it gets. And I have this feeling towards a lot of people, this feeling like if I failed, then they get more of what they want from me. So I keep my life quiet, only sharing superficialities, lightly brushing my fears with a smile on my face when really, I am a knight covered in rusty armor, pulling my helmet close so nobody can see my welling eyes. Yeah, maybe I'm just projecting. Maybe I wanted to take from others, so I'm paranoid. My inner world has become what I see in the outer world. I block and I try and manage what everybody knows around me and doesn't know so that I can control the narrative of my life. And that's where I go wrong because what I'm really afraid of is life having its way with me. You know, deep down, I know I'm not in control. I know all these things that I'm trying to keep away are life molding me. And what if I don't like what life molds me into? You know, I always heard people say about their life, you know, I had no idea I was going to end up where I ended up. And that scares me. I want to know. I want proof from life that I'm going to be okay with what it does with me. I feel like I should have a say. It's my life. But it's not. And I know it. Whatever this is was given to me. I didn't create it. And there's too much chaos in this world to dictate where it's headed. I have control of so little. Some days I fight it. Other days I check out completely. Hide. As if I can pause life. And I come out and I try again. And I get eaten up and spit out one more time. I'm always pausing to lick the wounds I received, trying to continually fight a monster. Anyway.
Archivist here. Thank you for watching this log. We're continuing to restore and piece together more footage as new material keeps surfacing. As this is a private investigation, I want to extend a special thanks to our patrons who help sustain the archive. And welcome to those who've recently joined. I do my best to shape a cohesive narrative from what's available, but much of what we uncover doesn't make it to YouTube. This is where the rest of the archive lives. If you'd like to support the work, access unreleased footage, and help decide which parts of the subject's story are revealed next, you can find a link below. Stay vigilant.
And that is it. That is all the videos that are up. I wanted to watch more. This is really good. This is a very interesting. Oh, the chronological record. So this is it in chronological order. Primary logs. Oh, mental state. So these are primary logs. Oh, hey, they're in chronological order too. I think this one could be in the main ones because this isn't really a mental state one. It is a little bit, but it's not really. All right, well, that's about it. If you guys want to check out the channel, I'll leave a link in the description below for you guys. And with that, that's pretty much it. I will see you guys in the next video, whatever that is. See ya!